guys, welcome back to ArchitecturalEdge. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to create 2D elevations on AutoCAD using the traditional method. I'm creating this video in respect to one of my subscribers who requested on how to create elevations on AutoCAD. So we'll be working with this floor plan. Same floor plan we worked on how to draw architectural 2D floor plan on AutoCAD. So we'll be diving into the lesson right away. So if you are here to subscribe to this channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get all the notification of every tutorial that will be dropping on this channel. So we are moving into the lessons right away. So right now I'm going to put off my roof layer so that we can start with our floor plan. So now we have this. So presently, to start with our elevation, all we need to do is to draw our baseline. So we have this as our baseline. We are drawing our baseline. Sorry. All right, I needed to take our layer, default layer, back to our layer 0. So we have this now. So we just draw our baseline this way. This is our baseline. So followed by, we'll pick, as we can see on our floor plan, we are creating the elevation for the front view of this given floor plan. So we'll pick all of these edges, all of this angle, and at every point we have a fenestration. We'll send a line down. So what we have to do is, okay, let me close this interface here so that we'll have a clear screen. So you pick your line. So we'll come here, down. You repeat same for this point. You make sure the line is snapping with your baseline. Snaps here. All right, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just hitting the space bar to repeat my previous command, which is line, instead of picking the line tool again or typing in the shortcut for a line. So all right, let's keep doing this, sending each of these junction down to our ground level. We have this. So there are better ways of creating elevations. We can also create our elevations on SketchUp, but we'll get to that. So right now, what are we to do? We'll offset our foundation wall, which is 450. We offset that away from this, so we have this now. So let me quickly label this. Let me copy this text to label our ground level. All right, so I'll just quickly label this GL, which signifies ground level, abbreviation for ground level. So we have this now. So all right, I will offset for our lintel. I think we should all know lintel, the height of our door. So we'll offset, which will be 2100 millimeters. So we offset that this way. So as we can see, if we check all of this line, they are snapping directly opposite the fenestrations on our floor plan on the front elevation. So now let's look at this. This is a window here, and the height of this window is 1500. So before then, let's trim off the excess of all of this line. So you can either pick your trim tool up here, or you just type in tr, enter, and that's the abbreviation for trim, and it will give you the shortcut key tr, enter. So we can trim off this and trim this off also, trim this off also. So what are we to do next? Okay, let's see. We still have our door fenestration here, so we'll trim this off. There's no fenestration on this face, none here too. We trim this off. We'll leave the one for our door. We trim this off and trim this off. So all right, let's make an offset for our window. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. I'm trying to make the video as short as possible. So we are offsetting 1500, enter. So we bring it down this way. We repeat the same this way. So we have this. So all right, what are we to do next? So we have two options. Either we pick our trim tool to trim this line, or we shrink the line. So the way you shrink a line, you just highlight the line, then you pick this blue dot, you pick this blue dot and snap it at the position you want. So we have this now. We do same to this. We shrink the line to this point. So we have our window here. So now we can do away with this. We can shrink it inward too, since we've gotten the placement of our window on the elevation. And also for the door, we can shrink it inward to this position, and also let's shrink it away from our foundation. So then this will do away with this. We should drop it at this point. That is where our artificial ground level is starting from. Now this is our natural ground level, then our oversight concrete, which is our artificial ground level. This is it. So all right, now let's offset the height of our headroom, sorry, our overhead cost. Our overhead cost will be 3000 millimeter away from our um oversight concrete. So we have this is it, 3 meters. So right now, what are we to do next? We are to create, since we have all the intersection of our elevation, all the curves, we have them. We can now bring back all of this line, shrink them inward away from our floor plan. So we have this now. This is our front elevation. So now let's make this more detailed. So we'll create our fascia concrete. So which we can pick here, 100 millimeter, enter. 75 millimeter, enter. Another 75 millimeter, enter. All right, another 75 millimeter, enter. So we can see this. Then we can now go 200 millimeters, enter. Then another 75 millimeters, enter. So we can now crown this up this way. So we have this as our fascia. So what can we do quickly for this elevation? Sorry, um on this elevation, each of this angle we have if projection. This is an if projection, which is our concrete fascia. So all right, the this angle we have each if projection. This angle we also have its own if projection. This area also we have its own if projection. This area also we have its own if projection. If we can see from this point, we have a veranda here. Okay, let's indicate this veranda here. The veranda should be minimum um one course above our lintel. So we'll offset 230 The thickness, the height of our block is 225, approximately 230. So I go with 230. All right. So these are arc for our veranda. We have a straight beam. We have a straight beam. And if you look at the design here, we have no column here. No column. So it's a cantilever at this point. At this L shape is a cantilever. So all right, let's look into this. What are we to do next? So I'll all right, so we have to introduce our if projection at every given angle here. So the next if projection will be, let's copy this. All right, just watch what I'm going to do here closely. So after copying this concrete fascia we designed here to this right hand side, so we'll mirror it by using our mirror tool. You see, create a mirrored copy of selected object. All right, let's do that here. Then you, after selecting the object, you mirror it to the direction you want. Then you left click, then you also right click to bring out this display menu. Then you click on yes. You see, so we have this. Then you can copy this and place it here. So you see, we have a mirrored fascia facing towards this other direction. So let's come to our elevation and see. We snap another one here. Okay, another one should be here. We snapped it here. So basically we've succeeded in giving our elevation the necessary positioning of our concrete fascia. So we can delete this. All right, then we should connect these lines together. Okay, you can pick a line and join them together, or the other route, you just come to your modification tool, you come to this point, you see join similar objects to form what? A single comma unbroken object. All right, this is like a broken object. All right, so this is like a broken object. So what are we to do? We'll select this and we select this, then we right click. You see, automatically it brings them together. So we have this. You can do same for this. Select this, and also select this, and you right click, it brings them together. So basically, since I've selected the join tool before, I'm just tapping my space bar. So taking this and taking this way, we have this. So you say we've succeeded in doing this. So I'll just do for this I will extend it, because I don't want them to be a unified object, because this is different surface from this point. So I'll just extend this to this point, because when we are introducing our line weight to differentiate between the object that is more closer, if you understand graphical representation when drawing, you use line weight and shading to indicate the objects that are closer in terms of view to the other. So now we extend this also, we extend this also, we extend this also. Okay, all right, so we've done this. So what are we to do next? Okay, let's create a step here. So let's offset 75 mm away from the base of our door. The reason why I'm doing this is to give our door a change in level from the veranda, to avoid um water flooding into the apartments when there's excess rain downfall. So we give this change in level before accessing our living room. As we can see here, we have our living room here. So let's see. So this position now, it's taking like our skirting. So but we can still shrink it to this point if we are not putting the detail detailing for our skirting on our elevations. So now we create our step into our veranda. So we'll just send this down this way. All right. So we can shrink it backward to this point. All right. So we have this now. So let's create our step. Our risers are 150 mm in displacement. So all right. So we'll shrink this inward this way. Then we'll repeat our offset again, 150 mm. So we have this. So from the first riser, just 75 mm. Then you have your 150 mm, then 150 mm. You can choose to do other way around. You can make the base 150 mm, the other 150 mm, then 75 mm to your landing of your veranda. So we have this as our step. All right. So now I'll quickly turn on my wall my roof layer. I turned it off to help us work effectively. So I'll turn on my roof layer. So let me navigate down to where I have roof layer, or you can come here and search for layer. The name was roof one. Okay, let me see. Roof one, this is it. You see, you can search here. Then it's off. Once it's showing this blue light, it's off. Then tapping it, it comes on. So you see now, my roof layer is on. Okay, there's a little amendment. One of the line is missing on my roof, so we can match property and do this. So okay, we have this now. We have this. All right, let's take off this. This was the initial line I was drawing that was not showing because I off the roof layer and I was drawing on the roof layer. So I'll delete them. We don't need them. All right, so now to get our roof, so easy. So we pick every hip of our roof. If you don't know how to design a roof, you can just comment in the comment box. I'll create a tutorial on how to design a roof. So this is the highest point of our pitch roof. We have a pitch roof here. This is the highest point of our roof. So all right, so I'll do this now. I'll send every point of intersection down just to prove something to us. We can also do that without sending all of these down by just setting our restrict angle cursor to a specified and unified direction. So we have this. All right. So now make sure anytime you create your roof, you can just come to this restrict angle cursor to specified angles below the tags bar at the down of your screen. So you click on it, it gives you different options. You can set to 90 degrees, 80 and 180 degrees, 270 degrees, 360 degrees, or 45, 90, 135, 180 degrees. So I choose 45 degree, 90 degree, 135 and 85 because my pitch roof it's been drawn on a 45-degree angle. So all right, so let's move forward. Then you pick this line this way. You see automatically it's giving you a 45-degree angle. So we come to this point also, we pick this way, you see giving you a 45. So for you to know our roof design is correct, you can see it's snapping exactly at the point of this is our living room. We have a pitch here, this is the pitch, and the pitch has an angle here, more or less like isosceles triangle. So and we have it here as you can see. You see, so what's next? We have this other area of our roof. You see, okay, we can see this area. Let me explain to us the portion of the roof we can see from our elevation. Looking at this floor plan from this angle, we can see this portion. We can see this portion, as you can see. We can see this portion. So we can see basically one, two, three. Because now our rainfall is falling towards this direction on this portion. Our rainfall is falling towards this direction on this portion. Our rainfall also is falling towards this direction on this portion. So those are the areas we can see. So all right, let's move forward. We'll also pick our line 2 and we'll draw towards this direction. You see, drawing towards this direction. Let me just extend it out this way. So we have this for this angle. So this point, this position now, we'll take this line, we'll continue with this line. You see where it meets at this point. You see, this is the angle here, as you can see. You see, so basically looking at your roof, once you are looking in a form of elevation, this point and this point we come to alignment. So that's what happens on 2D view. So all right, then what do we have next? We have these other points. Let's take it this way. You see, this point, it terminates here at this junction. Then we now also have what? A straight line coming towards this point. You see, this horizontal line now is flushing with this. You see, same line that comes this way terminated here, and we have it here coming this way terminated on the one we projected down from the intersection here. So now we have this. So we've succeeded in creating our roof for our structure and our elevation. So we can shrink all of these back to where they are supposed to be. You can offset and you can shrink. As you can see, our floor plan is roof plan and floor plan is getting into the way of our elevation. So we can select the whole of this and we can move, sorry, we can select the whole of this and we can move them upward. So we have this to have a clear space. So all right, now what are we to do next? We should start introducing our line weights. So we'll use our line weights to indicate objects that are close and objects that are far away. So all right, we'll start with our concrete fascia, which is this. So we will select this. This is the closest one when we are looking from our front view. So we'll come to our by block layer. So we have this line weight. So we can start with all right, let me see, let's start with 180, sorry, 0.8 80. So okay, we have this 0.80. So the next step on our concrete fascia, we are given the next step on our concrete fascia. We give the first one 0.80. The next one will be 0.70. So we have this. You see, I'm dropping down the line weights as we move down. Okay, as you can see, this line is a continuous line. So we can break this line to make each of it stand independent on the section on the portion of each elevation, each segment of the elevation. So all right, let's see. To break this line now, we'll come to our modify tool. You see, we have this tool here. We have break at points. You see, break the selected object at a single point. So we'll pick it. Then we come here. We'll pick this line. Then we click here. We succeeded in breaking the line. We tap our spacebar. We do same thing here. So you see we've succeeded in breaking the line. All right, let me shrink this inward. Let me see. All right, so we are good to go. So the next line, this was 0 0.7 70. So we make this, the next online, we make it 0.60. So you see we have this now. We succeeded in adding line weight to our concrete fascia in different variations of line thickness. So all right, let's add to the walls now. All right, to our wall here, let me see. The next online, we gave this one 0.60. We'll make this other one 0.53. You see, so we can match property and do same here. So you see we have this now for this portion. Then we'll come to this other portion. Now we can start with this fascia, since this is far away than this portion. So as we can see from our floor plan, this portion is more recessed than this portion. So all right, then we'll add a thickness for our fascia here. If this is 0.53, we'll start by giving this one 0.50 here. So the next one we'll give the next one 0.40. All right, yeah. So this is making sense. Then we'll give this the third step on our concrete fascia, we'll give it what, 0.35. All right, so we have this. So the fourth one, the wall, now we'll give our wall 0.30. So we have this now. So basically we can leave this portion this way. So if you are looking at your elevation, judging by the line weight, you see that this portion appear more closer, followed by this portion, then followed by this behind. So we have this. All right, now, so what are we to do next? Then let's give our ground level a very thick let's give our ground level 120. You see, to give it this frame, this boldness. You see we have this. So now for our roof, what are we to do? Okay, let's break this point. Let's make this portion independent from this portion. All right, so let's come to break points. We break here. So you see we have this and we have this portion. Okay, let's break this portion again by tapping our space bar. So we break this portion so that this portion will be independent in this manner. All right, so now let's give our ridge cap 50 mm. Let's see this portion. Let's just create this presence of our ridge this way. All right, and our roof flashing. So all right, let me see what we have here. We have this. Okay, so we can shrink this inward, okay, to form a confined region, so that when we are introducing our roof templates, our roof pattern, I mean, it sticks within this circumference. So we have this now. This we can just use our extend to, then we extend this to this point. Okay, then we shrink this inwardly. So we have this. All right, so I want us to do something here. Let me see. Okay, I haven't offset for this region. Okay, 75, I'm sorry, 50. All right, then match property. return it back to this. Okay, so extend to this point, shrink inward, shrink this inward also. All right, then we are breaking this line at this point. This line, we'll break it here. We'll also break it at this point to have a confined region. Okay, so we have this now. So coming to this portion also, we'll extend this line to this direction. We'll shrink it to this point. We'll shrink to this point. We shrink to this point. We shrink to this point. All right, so we have this. Then we shrink inward to this point also. Then we have to break this line here. We have to break so that to make this a confined region. All right, let's go to our modification category. Then we pick our break at points. We break these points, hit on our space bar to repeat previous two. We break this point also. So we have this confined area. So right now we can just go to our we'll go to our ash. So all right, then we press click on this arrow down. So we scroll down to look for a pattern that suits our roof. So we can use this pattern here. Then let's give it a scale of 30. All right, then we can select, you see this region here, select. So we use this to select the region which is to be hashed. All right, so now this, we use this to select the region which is to be hashed. So you can see it's a kind of big, so we can drop down the scale. Let's drop down the scale to 10. All right, let me see. Okay, 10 is not bad. 10 is not bad. All right, let's make it 12. All right, 12 is not also bad. Then we'll move to the other surface. So there's a concept anytime I'm applying my roof hashing. The closer an object is to you, the more magnified the object looks. So you see the details more. So on the other portion of our roof now, the scale has to be different from the initial portion. So all right, on this place we'll be making it, this place our scale was 12, while on the other portion we'll be dropping our scale down to 10 to create that feel that okay, this object looks closer than the other. All right, so select, same thing, we do this and we do this. We can further drop this down to 8. Okay, let's drop it down to 8 so that we will have, oh okay, 8 is way too far. Let's just drop it at 9. Enter. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right, then we are coming to the third portion. So difference of 12 to 9, we have difference of 3 um 3. So we are coming to this last portion now. We'll drop it down to let's drop it down to 6 and see what it gives us. So all right, select. All right, okay, I think this is perfect. This is perfect. So looking at this elevation, you already know that from our line weights and the rest, you already know that this elevation um is having change in distance from each surface. This surface is closer, this is following, and this is less. All right, so let me quickly match the property, the color of our roofing sheet to the color of our ridge cap and our roof flashing. All right, so let's see. So as you can see, we've succeeded in creating our front elevation. So if you want to add more detail, you can go further by creating your window frame, your door frame, designing all of that to, and you can also add wall belts if you want. This way you can add wall belts to your structure to give it a fanciful design. So we can do this, adding this wall belt. So this wall belt, we can pick this line weights here, and for this we can pick this line weights here. So you see how beautiful this is. And if we want, we can hash this point. Okay, let's break this point. This is a bonus tip to give you more detail. Let's break this point here. Okay, then we do the same thing here. We break this point. Then okay, now we match the property to this place. Because this is a belt, it has to come to this end. It has to have a different line weight from the wall itself, because it appears more closer than the wall line. All right, so now we have this. So to add more beauty to this, we can come to our line. We'll pick polyline this time, polyline. So we'll frame up this box. We'll frame up this box. So just watch what I'm going to do here to add extra detail to our elevation. This is just a bonus. All right, so I'll come to my hashing category. All right, so I'll come to my hashing category again. Then I'll click on this arrow down. Then I'll just select let's select this AR sand. Okay, we have this, so that you just give it this kind of feel this way. So enter. All right, but before then, let's click on this. Let's see, we can increase the scale to let's see, up to 10. Okay, we have this, and we should change the color type. Let's give it a gray color. All right, let's see. Okay, this color we do. All right, we have this. So you can see this on our elevation now. It's appearing above our line. We can select it, then come to home. All right. So you see on your modify, we have this all right, on your modify, we have this okay, this option bring to front. So you can use this to send an object to any position you want. So you select the object, okay, home, then modify, you click the arrow close to it, then we do what, send to back. All right, we click it. You see it's sitting well now. You see it fits in well. All right, so okay, let's quickly do something. Let's increase the scale of this hashing so that the other one we be reduced to give us a better feel. Let's put this at 15. Enter. Okay, okay, then we'll come to this portion. We'll also pick our polyline. So picking this polyline, we have this. All right, so we've succeeded in framing up this box here. So all right, then we'll pick our hash tool again. We'll repeat the same, but this time, okay, we'll leave it at 10, then select. So we just select our polyline. Yes, so we have this. So all right, we have this. Let's change the color of our hash also to this. So all right, so basically this is how to create elevations on AutoCAD. You see, as a beginner, you have to just be patient to learn this traditional way of creating elevations on AutoCAD, because the more you keep going through the basic principles of doing things on AutoCAD, it helps building your understanding and how to manipulate the software the more. Don't just be interested in always looking for shortcuts to solve your problems on AutoCAD. So this is how to create elevations on AutoCAD. All right, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when any new tutorial is being dropped on this channel. So subsequently, just comment, drop a comment for me in the comment box for me to know what are your challenges on AutoCAD, and we'll know how to pick it up from there. So subsequently, I'll be moving into SketchUp 3D modeling, and I'll be starting from the very basics. So stay tuned, subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss out. See you in the next video.